one thing I won't tolerate is being shown up in front of clients.
Yeah, and I don't blame you, but at least Rodney's coming over. I'm sure you two can sort it out, make sure it doesn't happen again.
Oh, you bet it won't. Once we get to the bottom of this, whoever's responsible will be sacked. No excuses, no second chances, they're out.
Well, Rodney's not going to like that if it turns out to be Nicola. You know he can never say anything wrong about his darling daughter.
Then it's time he learnt there's no room for sentiment in business. I don't let family loyalties get in the way of profit.
You're dead right.
Well, I'm glad you agree, so you'll have no problem sacking Zach or Sam should they foul up.
Listen, they will do a good job for us, Chris, don't you worry.
Morning. I've asked Maggie and Nicola to be here at 10.
Good, because the sooner we get this sorted out, the better.
I'll see you both later.
Where are you going?
I've just got a bit of business I need to sort out myself. All right?
How do I look?
Great. Like the perfect holiday park manager.
If I was, I wouldn't have pushed Nicola in the pool.
You were provoked.
Do you really think Rodney's going to buy that? If Nicola was found over a dead body with a smoking gun, he'd still say she was innocent.
Well, that's why it's better you're sorting all this out at home farm. It's got to be easy to convince Chris Tate.
We'll see. In some ways, it'll be a relief to get it over with.
Make sure you call us and let us know what happens.
Sure. If you hear gunshots, you know I've really lost my temper this time.
Is there any more sausage?
You've had 4?
The man needs an hearty breakfast before a day's work.
Maybe, but we're on a tight budget. We can't afford extra sausage till you two start bringing in some more money.
It's OK, I'll have one of Sam's.
Yeah, what about my hearty breakfast? I'm working and all.
Yeah, well, you're just labouring. I mean, I'm the gaffer. I've got brainwork to cope with.
Morning.
Hi, hello.
Hey, Sammy, look at this. Got uniforms.
Oh, cheers, Tally. These are dead smart.
Are you expecting me to walk round all day with Tate on my back?
It is the company name. And mine.
Please, Zach, I don't want you to cause any trouble.
Yep. It's a point of principle in this.
Yeah, and I've always admired your principles, Zach, but I think I better point out to you, it wasn't easy trying to convince Chris to give you this job. He's just itching for an excuse to sack you.
Please, Zach.
Well, never let it be said that I am not willing to compromise.
Hey, Sammy.
Oh, you look great.
Oh, it's great. It really suits you.
Will that do?
So he's not here yet?
Nope, she's running sick again. Leaving me to cover all the work for her. Expect that means she's got an hangover.
She probably has. She's certainly been drinking a while when I saw her last night.
This is definitely becoming a bit of an habit, isn't it? Do you think she's got a problem?
I'm certain she has. After the way she was behaving last night, it may be more serious than you think.
Why, what happened?
It really would be ungentlemanly of me to go into details. Let's just say her behaviour was completely out of character.
You saying she made a pass at you? Actually, I'm sure you're still a very attractive man, but Zoe's a lesbian. Why would she make a pass at you?
I don't know. Oh, it happens with parishioners sometimes. Every vicar has to cope with it. But this was something quite different. It was almost embarrassing.
What are you going to do?
I don't know that either. At first, I thought I would ignore it, pretend it never happened. But... oh. Zoe's always been a good friend to me. I feel I owe it to her to find out what's wrong.
If you'd like to wait here, we'll call you when we're ready.
Bit like waiting for the dentist, isn't it?
Why did he want her to come here?
I guess that'd be Chris's idea. It's the heart of the Tate Empire. He doesn't like anything that brings his companies into disrepute, so he'll be pretty angry about what you did.
You set me up. You were determined to make me look bad in front of everyone.
Me? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about my job, my life. The way you tried to ruin everything for me.
We've decided to see you one at a time. You first, Maggie.
Good luck.
Right then, are we all set?
Like a coil string.
I am sorry to ask, but Maggie was really worried this morning. Do you know what's going to happen to her?
Oh, not my department. That's up to Chris and Rodney.
Hey, don't want you fretting all day. Why don't you go and meet her after the interview? Me and Sam can manage the rubbish run on our own.
What are you up to?
Being a good team player. Considering the welfare of my workmates.
And I would like to know the result. You know, one way or another.
Okay, well, I'll take you up there on my way.
Thanks.
I'm trusting you, Uncle Zach. Don't let me down. I want that village as clean as a new pin by the time I get up there.
You'll be able to eat your breakfast off that pavement when we've finished.
That was dead kind of you, Dad.
Huh? Oh, well. Little deeds of kindness, little words of love make our world an Eden like the heaven above.
Yeah. Shouldn't we be getting down the village?
Oh, there's plenty of time. We can stop off at the bookies on the way.
I know there were some difficulties between you and Nicola at the start, but I thought you'd put all that behind you now.
So did I. I should have known she wouldn't give up until she got rid of me. She tried to turn my staff against me, my family. She even tried to convince me that Phil was having an affair with her. And then when that didn't work, she deliberately messed up the bookings so it looked like I couldn't do any job properly.
These are serious allegations. Any evidence?
Oh, she's too clever for that.
You do realise how paranoid all this makes you sound.
That's what she wants you to think.
I've always tried to be fair. I've never let my family loyalties cloud
Either
my
way,
judgment.
it seems obvious to me that we can't let this situation continue. The holiday park just isn't big enough for you and Nicola.
Agreed. So I'll make things easier for you. Either she goes or I quit.
You're hardly in a situation to start laying
It's
down
all
the
right.
law.
It is all right. I will handle this. You've certainly given us a lot to think about. Now I suggest you get back to the holiday village and we'll let you know if you've got a job there later.
Thank you, Mr. Tate.
I think you should listen to what Nicola has to say before you start taking Maggie's side.
I don't take sides. I'd be quite happy to sack them both, but I want it sorted out by the end of the day.
I don't want to seem unsociable, but I feel a bit rough this morning. I'm not in the mood for chatting.
Sorry, but I think the sooner we sort this out, the better.
Sort what out?
Don't you remember what happened last night?
We had a few drinks.
I'll make some coffee.
She seems to think you've been running some sort of vendetta against her ever since she arrived.
She just can't cope, that's all. Every time she gets herself into a corner, she makes another wild accusation. She even suggested Jess had planted an ear in to make her think Phil was having an affair.
Yes, she mentioned that, but she also said it was all your idea.
Because she hates me. She knows I can do the job better than her. Dad's tried to be kind. He even gave her time off when she seemed stressed.
I thought a short cooling off period might calm the situation.
But she came back even worse.
So this vendetta's all in her head. You've never done anything against her.
I've got no reason to. I just try and get on with my job. That's what's important. I want to make my dad proud of me.
I see. Well, thank you for your help. We'll let you know what we've decided. And is Daddy proud of his little girl?
I realise there were faults on both sides, but I really can't believe that Nicola would be so calculating and vindictive. I know my daughter, Chris. She wouldn't behave like that.
Zoe, I came here as a friend. I can't stand by and watch you ruin your life like this. You've obviously got a serious drink problem.
Actually, you're not in the pulpit now. I don't need you preaching at me.
With respect, that's exactly what you need. You were obviously so drunk last night you can't remember what happened. And let me tell you, you were lucky it was me. A lot of men would have taken advantage of you in a situation like that.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
You remember now?
No, I don't have to. It's quite clear what happened. Your crummy marriage was in trouble. I was drunk, and you thought you would try your luck and make a pass at me.
You've got it completely back to front. It was you who made the pass.
Actually, I couldn't have been that drunk if I'd guzzled an entire brewery.
Remember what happened with Angie?
Big difference. She's a woman. I'm a lesbian. Doesn't that tell you something?
Why would I make it up?
Because you didn't know that I was too drunk to remember. You thought I'd blab, and then that would be the final nail in the coffin of your marriage.
Zoe, you've got to believe me. I came here to help you.
No, you did not. You came here to shut me up before I told Bernice. And what about the bishop? I don't suppose he'd be too pleased to hear that you've been groping your parishioners.
Next time you feel the urge to help me, don't bother.
Don't worry, I won't. I've got better things to do with my time than watch you self-destruct.
Is everything all right?
Best not talk to me, Sam. Actually, only start rumours about us.
So, you made up your mind?
Maybe Maggie's done that for us. We can't have employees issuing us with ultimatums.
It's one way of looking at it. On the other hand, you could argue that something must be seriously wrong for her to risk everything like that.
Are you saying that we should sack Nicola?
I'm not going to interfere. We agreed that you're in charge of day-to-day business up there. It's your decision.
Thank you.
I just remind you that it hasn't been a very good start to the season, and this is the moment to turn things round. Get it wrong, and I might have to review my investment up there.
I was just...
So, how's Tate Trash doing?
Great, yeah. Village has never been cleaner.
Zach and Sam knuckling down to the job.
Happy as pigs in muck.
Well, perhaps you're right, Rodney. Maybe it is always best to rely on family.
Dad, can I have a break from my lunch now?
No chance. I reckon they'll be off by now. We don't want to miss an opportunity.
What opportunity?
Someone's left a load of building materials outside the post office, and it's our public duty to keep the highways clear.
Guess I had to apologise to you. Lying about being gay.
It's okay. Guess I ought to apologise to you for spreading it around the village.
I don't think anyone really believed it though, do you?
Well, I did. It's just we've been going about together for that long and you never made a move, so I thought you didn't fancy me. Or you were gay.
I was just worried you'd turn me down.
It's a good job I got excited then, isn't it?
Right. We better get this lot shifted before them builders get back from lunch.
Builders? You mean it belongs to someone?
No, Sam. Anything you find in the street is legally yours. It's part of the job. Come on, just help me get it out of sight!
What can I get you, Rodney?
Scotch and a bit of advice.
You never used to listen to me when we were married. Why start now?
Well, I guess because you're the one person I can rely on to give me an honest answer.
That's what you didn't like then.
Have one yourself.
You must be desperate.
Diane, tell me, honestly. Honestly. What do you think of Nicola?
You really don't want me to answer that, Rodney.
Oh, but I do.
But she's the apple of your eye. You won't have a word said against her.
I know, that's what Chris thinks. Says I shouldn't let it cloud my judgment.
Has this got something to do with Maggie pushing her in the pool yesterday?
Maggie claims she was provoked. She reckons Nicola's been running a hate campaign against her for months.
And you find that hard to believe?
I know Nicola can be spiteful at times, even devious, but to deliberately set out to ruin someone's life, that's just not in her nature.
No? Is this the same Nicola that claimed to be pregnant in order to get Carlos to marry her? The same one that let Louise walk in on you and me?
Charlie's back. Oh, help me cover this lot up.
Glad to see you're still working.
Hey, me and Sam haven't stopped all day.
Oh, is that right, Sam?
Yeah, we're totally knackered.
What's the brick for?
Oh, yeah, Sam picked that up off the pavement. Yeah, somebody could have tripped over that and done himself a nasty injury. Hey, good job we're so conscientious, eh?
Yeah, I never realised you were quite so public-spirited, Uncle Zac.
That'll be worth a pint.
Oh, you're pushing your luck. But as it's your first day, come on then.
Back against us soon, Zac. Can't keep you away from here.
Oh, and there's me thinking you've been out there grafting all day.
Yes, might have popped in for the odd one.
Oh, yeah.
You left your racing papers, Zac. I'd mark you one or two winners off.
Oh, rubbish got cleared. That was mine of the bargain. Yours is 2 pints.
Oh, just get him the drinks, Diane. Do you want a drink, Rodney?
No, thanks. Something I need to do first.
Good luck.
Did it go as you expected? Better. They saw us separately, but one look at Maggie's face when she came out told me she'd blown it.
What about your interview?
Chris said she'd made a few accusations against me. But Dad won't let her get away with that after she made such a fool of herself over the earring. By the time we got back to the holiday village, she was dead quiet. She knows she's lost.
So we'll be celebrating tonight?
Mm-hmm. As soon as my dad tells me I'm the new manager, it'll be champagne all round.
Hello, Mr. Blackstock.
Hello, Jess.
Hi, Dad. I just popped home for lunch, but I can come straight back to the holiday park if you need me.
No, I think I'd rather talk here.
If it's about the mix-up, I know how it happened.
Good.
I think Maggie must have got stressed out again. You know she can't cope under pressure. Don't be too hard on her, eh?
I won't. I wonder if I could talk to my daughter in private for a moment.
Oh, of course. We'll leave you to it.
What is it, Dad? You got a surprise for me?
I suppose you could put it like that.
Well, don't keep me in suspense then.
You see? Nothing but clean streets and satisfied customers.
Perhaps I misjudged Zac.
Well, he did say at the wedding that we were starting a clean sheet. Now he's provided it.
Zoe! Haven't seen you for ages.
Been busy.
Not working today, though, eh?
Spring cold. Thought I'd sweat it out with a bit of medicinal brandy.
Good idea.
Seemed very down.
She did say she'd been ill.
Yeah, well, maybe we should have her up for dinner. After all, if Zac's part of the family now, she should be.
Yeah, big difference. Zac's learnt to accept us as a couple. She never will. Best if we go our separate ways, eh?
I'll see you at home.
Just there.
How'd your first day at work go?
Oh, well, Sam found it a bit hard at first, but I kept him going.
It's amazing the things people throw away.
Right, that's a consumer society, isn't it, eh?
Dad says anything we find on the streets is legally ours.
You're not doing that dodgy, are you, Zac?
Only my public duty. Look, we can take it down the chip if you like. I just thought some of it might be useful for you. And hungry work it is too, so I hope you plan something decent for tea.
Right. I best get that Swede mashed then, eh?
I've sunk just about everything I have into the holiday village. I've had to borrow a fair bit too. Chris has been putting the pressure on. This is a make or break season for me. I have to make a success of that place.
We both do. And I'm sure that'll be a lot easier when Maggie's gone.
Will it?
I've already started putting things right, sorted out her mix-up with the bookings.
I've been thinking about that. It wasn't her that messed up. It was you. Wasn't it, Nicola?
Why would I do that?
To make things bad for her.
That's what she said, isn't it? How could you believe her ahead of your own daughter?
I didn't want to believe it, but sometimes you have to admit what's staring you in the face. You've been working against her from the start.
It's Chris, isn't it? He's the one making you do this. He's the one that's turning you against me.
No, Nicola! Chris left the decision to me. And I guess he was right. It was my mistake putting you up there in the first place. Look, you were still upset over Carlos. Maybe you weren't ready for the job in the first place.
I need that job, Dad. You can't sack me.
I never wanted to sack you, Nicola, but you left me no choice. I wanted to help you. I think maybe you should take some time and try and sort you out.
Don't touch me.
Look, I love you. I want to help you through this.
Get out.
Nicola.
Get out. I never want to see you again.